A really nice serve by Ryan Sessioni. Had the pot, looking to test bot. And caught for the free kick.
Não.
Smith Rowe will be tempted. 6 goals the past season. Wilson went for another one, and Harry Wilson has got 2 goals in 4 minutes. And Fulham have started this fantastically. An excellent free kick. Harry Wilson does it again. He judged it perfectly. The shot from Sessignon was flying wildly away. The free kick was certainly misjudged in the way that it was conceded, and it opened the door for Wilson to strike, and Wilson to score again for Fulham. And they're 2-0 up. And Aaron Bott is certainly having a hot old reception from the Fulham attack this evening. He would have expected that. He's definitely getting it. Bassi, brilliant long ball a few minutes ago, created the opener for Wilson, and he's got the vision going again for Tete. Adam Berry nudged over the left midfielder, so he's 19. Archie Whitehall's 19. Jimmy Sinclair, who started tonight on the right, he's 18 years old. Josh Powell, 20. And Bott is just been signed. Well, he's 20 years old as well, having won the spot in the last 16 of the Club World Cup with Botafogo. He only joined them at the start of the year from Santos. Botafogo had a brilliant 2024. Sessignon pulling it back. Could be a chance for a third here. Important, well-timed tackle it had to be. Otherwise, there might have been trouble. Archie Whitehall brilliantly claimed it. And a chance for Forest to move up. Well, there was an opening for Fulham to make it 3. What a blinding challenge from Whitehall to make sure they didn't. Midway through the first half, and Fulham in control. Forest a bit off the pace, well, considering that Fulham are a lot more of their regular Premier League side out this evening. It's another free kick. Smith Rowe bundled over by Jar Cunha. Botafogo had won the Brazilian League and the Copa Libertadores, the South American Champions League. At the end of last year, Jar Cunha came off the back of that. Nico Jesus had joined in time from Shabab Al Akli of Dubai. Cross good by Kenny Tete, but overhit. But they can recycle it once more through Sessignon. And the way the game's gone so far, almost a surprise he didn't. But what a challenge this was. How about this for timing? Wonderful. Pinpoint, perfect. Played forward well. Muniz on the way. The physicality winning the day for Nottingham Forest, but they've been under a lot of pressure tonight defensively. And Fulham have kept running at them. They've sent a lot down the left. They've sent a lot over the top as well. Sessionon's worked a lot from the left-hand side. He's created loads, and every time they get the ball away, comes back at them with interest a couple of moments later. That's something to work on. It's run beyond Wilson this time. He's the man of the night so far. Free kick against Josh King. Well, had that great opening, denied by Whitehall. Challenge of absolute perfection. There's not been a lot else that's gone right for Forest in their own defensive third so far this evening. It's a smart ball forward, trying to get Awanaye away. It's back towards Josh Powell again. Through David Carmo. He was signed by Forest from Porto a year ago, but sent off immediately on loan to Mr.
Que coleção que tu tens aí? Que coleção?
Garrafa?
Yeah.
Essa tua?
Yeah, não bebe água, por amor de Deus.
The ball well through to Rodrigo Munez. It was a brilliant pass. And Jar Cunha used his strength well. Claimed the South American Youth Championship at the start of this year with Brazil. Midway point passed. And because of the heat tonight, in fact, there will be what seems to be the almost customary drink stoppage now. It's just 9:30 in the evening, Portuguese time. It's 27 Celsius. You can see enough how much it's taken out of both sides tonight. Two fine finishes by Harry Wilson. Super ball over the top by Calvin Bassey to set the Welshman up after 15 minutes. Lovely chip for 1-0. How about this for a free kick? Two beautiful goals. Ran across Aaron Bott. It was opening up in front of him. He was tempted. He went for it. He got it. A 4-minute double whammy. Stadium, which has seen quite a bit of international action. Gibraltar have played a lot of international matches here. Portugal have played a few games here. The home of Ferenc. It's a bit outside Faro. It's not in the heart of the city at all. It takes a bit to get out here. Ultimately worth it. So away we go again. Fulham 2 goals to the good. 18 minutes to half time. They've got a tidy bench as well. Sasha Lukic, Timothy Castan, Andreas Pereira, Alex Iwobi, Adama Traore all played almost every game last season. Anthony Robinson as well. It's a good ball down the right-hand side. Tete watched it roll. Josh King. Now Tete. Cross was excellent. Flew beyond the edge of the box. Just in the end, ultimately beyond Emil Smith-Rowe. Chance of a break coming here. Awanaye on the way. Controlled it well. Marvellous shot by Bernd Leno. Makes a big difference in having your regular Premier League goalkeeper between the posts for a game like this. Awanaye streaking down the middle, and he cut inside Bassey very well. Good strike, but What a fine, fine stop by Leno. They've not had too many great chances in the game for us, but that was top of the pile. Corner it is. Right, easily dealt with. Anderson away. Now the potential of a break coming in the far flank. Josh King, he's got Smith Rowe down the middle. Look at how far out Aaron Potter's come, and it could be 3. Cleared away in front of the line by Jimmy Sinclair. Well, he committed himself, Bot, and he didn't get there. And a bit more pace from Smith Rowe, and that may well have made it. I'm not actually sure he got the most definitive touch, in truth. Scrambled away. Sinclair got in the right place. These assistants are getting younger and younger. It's a corner. Still coincide by King again. Played it back. Decent ball in by Kearney and well struck by Smith Rowe, and he'll have another pop. Well, the efforts are flying in right now for Fulham. Not always into the net, but they're certainly bombarding the Forest goal in this first half. With the latest try, 6 goals last season. Good ball forward. Josh King holding it up. Jar Cunha coming with it. So it's Santos before Botafogo, and he has pace. He was a schools athletics champion. That helps a lot. Berger. Bit of room in the middle for Calvin Bassey. Getting it out wide again. On by Sessegnon. Lovely pace in Fulham tonight. Here's Kearney. Bassey tempted again. Played a low one this time. Trying to get Josh King in. Solid belt away. Sinclair didn't get it far enough away, but now they've got a break going. Sinclair. He's got Owenai in the middle. He has a bit of support from Jota Silva just on the edge of the area, and he played it far too strongly. Powell wasn't going to reach it. There's a lot of youngsters from the youth team who play with each other week in, week out in Premier League 2 being brought up tonight. It was a very, very good burst. The challenge by Bassey, just getting ahead of Jota Silva, and then suddenly the opening there for it to be brought on all the way by Jimmy Sinclair. And he just overcooked that cross in the end. It needed a bit of pace, but not that much. Berger getting in well in front of goal and short for Bassey again. It certainly has the feeling there are a lot more Nottingham Forest fans inside the Estadio de San Luis than Fulham. Here's Kenny Tete. Cross was excellent in the middle. It might still fall for Sessegnon. The little flick away. Cunha in the right position. And here comes another corner for Fulham. They just won't stop creating. An important little flick by Cunha to get it away from the Rodrigo Munoz effort that he was building. Joined in time to help Fulham for the most recent promotion. Leno arriving after that. Wilson arriving in time to help passage up from the championship in 2022 on loan and then permanently. Just about to enter his 5th season with Fulham. Berger. short for Bassi. Sessignon, a lot of movement. Munez making a burst down the middle, but it's just misplaced in the search for him. Sinclair couldn't get it properly clear. King is on the way here. Just couldn't keep his balance up. Here's was the final touch. What an encouraging 2025 Josh King has had. Jota Silva got Guimaraes into Europe. Now entering it with Forest as well. Fine achievements for both clubs, really. That's a free kick. Awanai down. That horrible knock against Leicester City in May. He's bounced back from it 2 months on. Looked positively frightful. He's been able to throw himself around up front. Not with any reward so far tonight. Leno pointing the way. Free kick launched in by Josh Powell. Delivery was tempting. Little flick will send it through for a corner kick. He's on a lot of set pieces tonight, Powell. So Forest have got some names to bring on in the second half. Maybe at half-time. Plenty up. Cunha wearing 23, Ryan Yates 22. So Powell with it. Again, not effective. Their corners haven't been so far tonight, Nottingham Forest. Sinclair launching it back towards the area again, and again too strong. And so many of those balls aimed towards the box have just been misjudged. They've been too powerful, too much on them. Easy for Leno and his defensive crew to pick them all off. So far tonight, Nottingham Forest looks somewhat out of tune. Fulham, in their first friendly, look to be in the rhythm straight away. Going to be a cork. Kenny there with it. Kenny Tete moving up. Joachim Anderson as well. Went the lateral route this time. That cut a lot out. Here's Josh King. King playing it deep, but easy for Aaron Bott this time. He's got it away to Omunai, who's pretty much the furthest one up. Jota Silva was on the halfway line in a central position. It's a good burst forward. It's a nice retro feel to the Forest kit tonight. No sponsors, no names at the back. Good old-fashioned Forest pinstripe, a la the 1980s. Maybe slightly before that as well. Anyway, headed on by Ryan Yates. Omunai flicking it back. Good control by Adam Berry on the near side. Maybe deserved a bit better from that, but it was cut out by Harry Wilson. €500,000 free Benjamin Lecompton as goalkeeper from Montpellier today. One of those heading away. Carlos Vinicius going to Gremio. William released. Forest with 10 going out. Harry Follow released. Wayne Hennessy retiring from professional football, but he's goalkeeping coach now, along with Rui Barbosa for the coming campaign. Forest certainly reportedly have a few irons to bring new players in. But it is the season of speculation. Regards that, it always is. Challenged by Adam Berry, wasn't bad, put a little bit of pressure on. Forest have been linked with Dan and Doy of Bologna. Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea, Jackson Chachua, Hellas Verona. Might need them the way things are going right now. Kenny Tete. Short for Berger. Influential in the middle. He joined Sheffield United. They'd played him out of position the first season he was there. And it's only in the past couple of years that he's really properly shown the qualities that he is as a youngster in winning the league title with Racing Genk in Belgium in 2019. Reached the cup final with them as well. And the quarterfinals of the Europa League. He was a 19-year-old. Yeah, the first half of that season, he was 18, having just joined them from Vålerenga. He's a hot prospect. He's made good on that. Anderson playing it up. Kenny Tete playing it out. Well, the counter will be perfect. Morgan Gibbs-White with 7 goals, the past campaign for Forest and the Player of the Year in 2023. How many goals does he get this coming season, and in what colour shirt? Forest don't want to let him go. They want him to stay in red. Maybe for that. Archie Whitehall cutting it out well and away by Ryan Yates. Decent one pushed up. Here's Jota Silva taking on Bassi. Well, he did well to win it, Bassi. Oh, it's been a tangle and a half tonight. I think ultimately when Bassi was on the deck, there was something going beyond tickling, but it's been a good old joust between those two. And a real good go at each other. They pressed each other's buttons well, friendly at heart. Wilson found well by Tete, getting in towards the box again. It was promising. Very important cutout. Josh Powell just pivoting well to flick it out. Forest defence has finally settled. Some have had their chances to get more since that quick 2-goal burst from Harry Wilson. Another promising one, and again well timed by Powell to get in ahead of Wilson. Had to. Look how far back our eyes had to come back to get into the game.
Então vou pegar mais aqui, né?
Anderson. Fulham have been bossing this in the first half. Forest have another team to bring on, you would imagine, at half-time. Foul by Archie Whitehall. Certainly, Aaron Bott will have learned quite a bit, you imagine, in this first half, the Forest goalkeeper. Facing a crack Fulham attack, but those two excellent goals by Harry Wilson as well. Fulham have got more than the upper hand right now. It is a warm all evening. The pace has got a bit more sedate. Mind you, that pass was a bit sedate as well. It's the look of a bunch of players who are coming on shortly. And they probably will do in quarter of an hour's time. One minute of added time at the end of this first half. The announcer's going to have a busy time at the start of the second. Berger, how well he did there, and he turned Jota Silva excellently. Skip past Whitehall. King did well. Dear, dear. Not quite sure what that was aimed at. He's had a really good first half, Sander Berger. Until then. So if he does that after 20 minutes, it gets forgotten about. You do it right before half time. Fresh in the memory. It'll be mentioned probably in a few minutes. But it is Fulham who lead at half time by 2-0. Harry Wilson with two very fine strikes. The first seeing a release by Calvin Bassey, super ball over the top, and then an excellent lob over Aaron Bott for the opener after 15 minutes, and 4 minutes later, a free kick with a big parting in the Forest defence flew into the net. And at half-time in Furrow, it's Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 2.
What's it?
best tennis players in the world in Toronto. What a win on Canadian soil. Oh, he makes it! Très magnifique. Oh, he's got it! Center now starts to see some momentum and control. That's incredible.
Welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix.
Welcome to Spa.
And the Belgian Grand Prix is go! Side by side we go into Eau Rouge, and it's a three-car battle. This is why drivers get into motor racing, to go racing at venues like this.
Superb move.
This is the Belgian Grand Prix.
And now we've got a battle for the lead.
It's going to come down to the final lap of the race.
What a Grand Prix.
Oh, that is special.
La Liga show, where every match beats with passion.
Stunning, stunning effort.
Every goal, pure euphoria.
It's gone for goal.
We bring you the build-up, the brilliance,
What a brilliant goal.
the breakdown of the beautiful game.
Sevilla's Inchman.
All the magic of Spanish football in one show.
Absolute magic.
The La Liga show, only on BN Sports.
Going to battle
With some very feisty drivers. The pressure is going to mount. These rookies are serious.
Surely this will end in tears. Oh! And he's done it.
This is outstanding racing. World class.
FIA Formula 3, get yourselves ready.
First race of the weekend at Zandvoort, and Jordan Pepper on pole position for the third time in only his fourth weekend as a DTM driver. Alongside him at the start of the race on row one was Maro Engel, but off the start, the weather would play its part. Rain just before the race, and most of the cars starting on wet tyres. A great start from Luca Engstler from third, drawing immediately alongside the Mercedes of Maro Engel and getting straight into second place. Engel then running wide and losing another place to the green Porsche of Ian Nguyen. Ricardo Fellow was next to go on the attack. In the Land Motorsport Audi into turn three, it was three abreast. A contact between Engel and Feller. Engel just about fending off the Swiss driver. Tom Callender, having qualified in the top 10, came in early and put slick tyres on because the rain had stopped and the track was already beginning to dry. So gamble for the young Landgraf Motorsport driver. Also switching to slick tyres early were Max Powell and Nicky Tim in their respective Lamborghinis. And after a few laps, having been several seconds a lap slower than those on wet tyres, they would soon be much, much quicker than those on the wets, but they would still have to make a mandatory pit stop for the first 20 minutes of the race. A spectacular moment for Timo Glock as he lost a tyre after contact with the Aston Martin of Gilles Debru, a high-speed incident at over 230 kilometres an hour. And the German driver did a fantastic job of saving the car from going into the gravel trap or even the barriers. A high-speed moment, smashing into the advertising hoarding, sideways with one wheel through the gravel over the mud, but somehow with only 3 tyres left on the car, the German driver, ex-Formula 1 racer, with lightning reactions to save the car. It would, though, unfortunately be the end of his race, and the Motorsport driver retiring another pointless race for the German. Meanwhile, there's a good battle developing for 6th place. Lucas Auer under attack from Maurice Skuring, the Dutch driver, having had his best qualifying so far. And they were both catching Ricardo Feller, the Land Motorsport Audi. Thomas Price also getting in the mix. He was the quicker of the 4, got past the first 2, and then this move to get alongside the Audi coming out of turn 3 of Ricardo Feller, the 2023 champion, starting to charge through the field. This move putting him up to 5th place on board with Ricardo Feller. Powerless to do anything about the Austrian coming through, but able to keep the other Austrian championship leader Lucas Auer behind him. Then, as soon as the pit window opened, everybody came in because dry tyres were now the option. They wanted to get rid of the wets, and it was chaos in the pit lane. On his exit, Luca Engstler clipped one of the wheels of the Schubert BMW. That knocked over one of the mechanics. Lucas Auer in the thick of the action, and side by side ahead, Jules Gounon and Gilles Debru for an unsafe release. The driver second in the championship, Gounon, would end up getting a penalty. There were more drivers going side by side down the pit lane as well. Into the pits then for the pole sitter and race leader. He stayed out a bit later than everybody else, but there's a drama and a slow pit stop for the Grasser Racing team, costing the South African around about 6 seconds, costing him a chance of a podium. Out he went, then of course, having switched to slick tyres, it started to rain again. Ian Nguyen, though, moved into the next lead of the race. He was the leading pit stopper, having won his first DTM race in the opening weekend of the season at Oschersleben. He got out ahead of Jordan Pepper, who then dropped it down the field. Dropping way down the field, the blue BMW of René Rast, losing it at turn 1 at Tarzan, straight on and into the barriers. But the 3-time champion got the car going again, taking with him an absolute ton of gravel and down the front corner of his Schubert machine. And in front of Ian Nguyen, but because yet to get up to temperature, he had to concede the position to the Turkish driver in the green Porsche. And there was about it. Max Powell's decision to go onto slick tyres for the first part of the race had ultimately paid off. And he was now coming from the middle of the grid up to a podium challenging position. But there'll be no podium for Thierry Vermeulen, the Dutch driver, out of the race with the problem.
Many of the records seem unbreakable, and that's true even Robert Lewandowski. With 312 goals in 384 games, he's the only player who's ever come close to Gerd Müller's total. Off the bomber. No one had ever managed 41 goals.
The record they said would never be broken is, and his alone.
A goal and a title machine. He's 10.
Oh, they haven't got it clear, and the ball's in the back of the net again. No, he just can't do it.
Oh, going to battle with some very feisty drivers.
And he's done it.
This is outstanding racing, world class.
O Benfica está a ganhar. Olha, o Benfica está a ganhar, hein? Quanto? É isso? Isso o quê? Sério? Que está aqui?
So plenty of changes on the way. Well, a very, very good first half from a Fulham viewpoint. And Forest will be making some changes as well, we can see. But for Fulham, there's at least 6 coming. Plenty of Forest fans have made the trip. Enjoying it, the occasion so far, if not necessarily the scoreline, but it's only half time and the main Forest team yet to come out. Definitely a good trip, and obviously got a game against Estoril coming up on Wednesday. For some photos for Ryan Yates. Well, we're expecting changes for Nottingham Forest. They're going to come. Elliot Anson, Nikola Milenkovic, 2 so far. Milenkovic, who also helped Olympiacos win the title in the past few months while on loan. Morgan Gibbs-White on the second half. So away we go for the second half, and plenty of changes for both sides. So away we go. Changes abounding for this friendly, with Fulham resuming 2 up on Nottingham Forest in Faro. Bit of a delayed start to this second half, but that's the nature of it. Fulham bringing on Harrison Reed, Jorge Cuenca, Alex Awerbi, Andreas Pereira, Sasha Lukic, Issa Diop for the second half. 6 changes that we can see at half time. Forrest having a throw here from Ola Aina. He's on, Elliot Anderson's on, Morgan Gibbs-White as well. At the very least. At the feet of Anderson. Ibrahima Sangare on as well, wearing 6. Poked forward by Aina. Hudson-Odoi down the right wing. He's got 7 on. And I had the hand up. Milinkovic got his head onto it. Sangare. Cut out by Awobi. Pull back on Sasha Lukic. The Serbian who's come on at half time. Back by Reed for Diop. Decent ball played forward. Little flick was smart. Hudson-Odoi playing it short, but trying to make sure it's not too short. And Aina on the right-hand side cut out. And here comes Sessignon coming forward for Fulham again. Good cut out by Milinkovic, and it had to be. What a good burst by Sessignon. Milinkovic into the game already. 40 games. For Forest last season, being their player of the year, scored 5 goals as well, the centre-back. That's always handy in a central defender. A lot more communication from this version of strong assured punch away too. And Morgan Gibbs-White downed. This one played forward. Chris Wood on as well for this second half. Fouled for the free kick. 20 goals in all competitions in the season just gone. Played almost every game. Won by Ibrahim Sangare, also at half-time. Ola Aina holding it up. Iwobi with him. Oh, just out. Potential of a good break there. Iwobi. Strong ball over to the far flank. Fulham looking to build early at the start of the second half. Jogo Muniz is still on up front. Nico Williams in the way to cut it out. Matt Sells in goal for Aaron Bott as well. We can take it for red. They've changed everybody at half-time. It's beyond more Gibbs White. Igor Jesus on the break here. The other signing from Botafogo. Control well by Hudson-Odoi. He's poked this one through invitingly. Good stop, Ben Leno. It's a lot more like it from Forest. Hudson-Odoi had the chance to break forward again. Iwobi tried to find a way past Aina. Didn't. Pushed towards the edge of the area. Different prospect now, the men in red. Elliot Anderson caught. Hudson-Odoi bursting forward well. It was a nice ball laid up, trying to get Igor Jesus in. The 10 million signing from Botafogo, 10 million pounds, 12 million euros. Scored against Seattle, which was the clincher in the 2-1 victory, and the winner against the eventual finalist Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup. Free kick, another one. A longer shift than most for Rodrigo Muniz tonight. Forest wrap up their summer program on the 9th of August. They face Al-Qadsiya of Saudi Arabia, who built a good squad. Don Castells and Nacho, Gassano Alvarez, Cameron Puertas. It's pulled across. It's opened up here for Iwobi. Could have stepped outside maybe and had a strike. Andreas Pereira in support. But they've managed to scramble the ball back to Matt Sells. Well, maybe Forest following the plan that they were always going to have, making all those changes at half-time. Strong head back, Ibrahim Sangare. Winner of the Golden Glove alongside David Raya of Arsenal in the campaign just gone. Twice goalkeeper of the year, once in Belgium, once in France, and now another time in England. Ola Aina, short for Hudson-Odoi again. That's for it to be launched long. Milenkovic getting it away. Just beyond Gibbs-White. Almost fell for Igor Jesus outside the area again. Hudson-Odoi. Ola Aina in support. Elliot Anderson entering his second season, having come from Newcastle. Anderson once more, almost nutmegged referee Diogo Rosa. Dealt with it well. Gibbs-White in support. Sangare trying to get a foot onto it. Oh, it's a good one forward. And the control by Chris Wood, but offside. Brilliant campaign just gone. And, well, no VAR here. It was on when the ball was played. Little Thick was clever by Igor Jesus. This could be the big opening for Wood, who goes down in the area. And again, referee Rosa says no to any Daniel's challenge. For the referee, he just about used it right.
Fazer propaganda e eu não gosto muito disso.
Aina getting it forward. Support from Gibbs-White there. Again, no free kick. Played by Reed, on by Sasha Lukic. Fulham coming on the counter again. 7 changes for them. Forest changing the set. Murillo covering on the edge of the area. There's certainly Brazilian influence with Forest. Good ball poked forward. Sasha Lukic trying to get it through. What a finish. Andreas Pereira for 3. 12 minutes into the second half. A sweeping move. And the second half version of Fulham are the ones who strike first after the interval. Well, what a good move. There was a lot to like about it. And the pullback solid by Sasha Lukic for Andreas Pereira. He scored twice, the Brazilian, for Fulham last season. And he's got number 3 for the Cottagers now. It was a belter. 3-0 for Fulham, and quite comprehensive. Pumped away by Harrison Reed. Quickly taken free kick, worked out well. Very awkward challenge that came when the ball was back in play. Here's Hudson-Odoi again. Smart back heel. Here's Morgan Gibbs-White. Sangare. It's past the R mark at the Estadio de San Luis. Fulham have certainly been up to the task tonight. And Forest have a couple of games under their belt already, and against good opposition. They faced Monaco, remember, a decent 0-0 draw. Trying to get into their rhythm now. Back to Gibbs-White. Marilla, Forest Player of the Year for 2024. Pulled back, almost picked out Igor Jesus. And the effort, a tester finally for Leno from distance with pace. On target too. It took a long time. Well met by Anderson. Andreas Pereira, what a lovely sweeping finish for the third goal, and a tremendous move as well to make it happen. Ibrahima Sangare cashing in. Couple of cup successes for PSV before joining Forest in the Africa Cup of Nations glory a year ago, with Cote d'Ivoire on a sub in that final against Nigeria. Cracking ball for Hudson-Odoi, the control immense. Gibbs-White. That's tempting. Chris Wood had worked well to get into the area for Forest. Challenge was biting. That's just gone past the post beyond Gibbs-White, but it was a good testing ball in. It's certainly a pickup in Forest quality of play in their second half. Wood getting the ball back towards Anderson. A very heavy catch. Swung across well, Anderson, crying out for a connection from Gibbs-White just at the far post. It almost came. Bernd Leno alert in the Fulham goal, certainly. Back by Reed. Munoz just losing out deep in Forest territory. Got it away again. Hudson-Odoi. Pereira covering. Sasha Lukic there as well. Ibrahim Sangare. No way through. Good solid cutout by Alex Iwobi. Fulham's confidence up in this, and the prime version of Nottingham Forest still very much in the same boat from the 11 that we saw in the first half. Malinkov's giving the free kick away here. Munez almost picked out the edge of the area.
Já vai, já vai. Já vai, já vai. Já vai, já vai.
Brilliant interchange. It was mesmerizing almost at one stage. Midway point approaching in the second half, and another drinks break. Fulham have put the work in and got the reward. Forest with a couple of more chances in this second half, but no breakthrough for them yet. Here's Reed. Sessignon cutting up the line. Iwobi. Sessignon remaining in support too. Somewhat overhit ball. Now that might open the door a little bit for Forest up front. Igor Jesus was continuing the break. No way through for Gibbs White that time. Iwobi. Controlled by Diop. Support alongside from Dama-Traore. And the final ball into the box, well, it had a little bit of temptation to it, but no connection to it. Well hit by Castagna, further changes coming. And it's a more youthful look on the way. Coming for Fulham, they've made 8 changes already, and there's going to be more. Brent Leno still in goal. Might be a chance to get Hudson-Odoi away down the near side. Oh, just too much in the end for him.
Substitution for Fulham, player out, Rodrigo Muniz.
Fulham's changes coming down.
In number 34, Jonathan Isenga.
Jonathan Isenga, 18-year-old left back coming on. Rodrigo Munez, Ryan Sessignon coming out.
30, Ryan Sessignon. Player in number 39,
Aaron Lupalo, the 19-year-old striker who played last season at the National League for Dagenham and Redbridge. He's on. He scored once for them in 20 appearances, Lupalo B. We'll see what the teenage attacker can do for them in the final 20 minutes or so in this game. He's tall, he's gangly. It's quite a bit going for him. And this is where Fulham bring out the youth side as Forrester started with a lot of them. Iwobi. Well, Iwobi is claiming that he's got struck here. Milenkovic was in with him. A little bit of contact. Forrester been helped by having Matt Sells in goal for this second half. Pushing the back for Chris Wood, free kick Forest. Okay, Kwesa, it was. Anderson with the back heel of Ola Aina. All those caps for Nigeria. He's obviously a London lad from Southwark. Had been an England underage international 35 times. 46 appearances for Nigeria now. A couple of good runs in the Africa Cup of Nations, and all that time he's played in 3 of those tournaments. Rillo lost out. Good ball poked forward. Pereira trying to get in the chase, but Ola Aina cutting it out. Cracking ball. Suddenly it opens up in front of goal. Leno reacting well. Good clearance. Wood had been in support. Gibbs White trying to find a way through, and now down is Aaron Lupalo B. Fouled, free kick. And that is a yellow. Elliot Anderson hauling him down. Fresh from England's Euro Under-21 triumph, but what an opening that was. Anderson for the first caution of the game. It's the League Cup final with Newcastle a couple of seasons ago. It played 55 times for them. He's a former Scotland underage international, but born in Whitley Bay, switched to England, and how impressively so. Great run to glory. Quensa playing it short, worked out, and Milenkovic in too strongly. Fulham helped by having Ben Leno in goal all the way through as well, incidentally. Alex Porto, Alfie McNally on the bench for them. Well, both starting keepers. Aaron Bott did that in the first half. Leno as well. Leno got there, Bott hadn't. Now openings down the left. Wood waiting in the middle. He's not the only one. It's pulled back effectively. That is a belting strike by Gibbs White. And Leno with a superb stop. What a hit and what a save. Real power and pace and an excellent stop. He's pulled off a couple of good saves in this half. Forest are testing him a lot more now that they've changed the side completely. And they might do it again here. And Chris Wood scores. Forest get one on the board. Chris Wood with a brilliant run of goals last season. And their first goal of this run of summer friendlies after 0-0s against Monaco and Chesterfield. Wood up wonderfully. Solid connection. Got ahead of Adama Traore. Got alongside him. Brilliant cross. Header solid. It's taken something good to beat Burn Leno tonight. And Chris Wood has provided it. Forest 1, Fulham 3. Good goal. Foul by Murillo, free kick. I think it was Sangare actually more than Murillo. Murillo was onside, but more of a witness than the instigator. Harry Wilson scored from this kind of range early on, but he wasn't facing this goalkeeper. Maybe a bit of temptation coming here to have a pop. Andreas Pereira hit the wall, which did its job perfectly. He certainly gave it a go. It's a really powerful effort by Andreas Pereira. But the wall was more than secure from Forest's point of view this time, which more than what you can say for the first half, really, for Harry Wilson's second. Sasha Lukic creating the third hit with real power and pace by Andreas Pereira. And actually all the goals we've seen in this game have been of a good quality. Forward by Anderson, trying to pick out Wood again in front of goal. Ona Aina had been in a bit of room. It's forward by Sangare. Good ball. Wood had the pop again and on target. Leno behind it well. Twelve minutes remaining. Still maybe an opening for Nottingham Forest to get something back out of this, but Fulham remain largely in control. They both changed the teams around at half-time and then some. Fulham only kept 3 of their starters on the pitch, and importantly for them, they kept their goalkeeper in, so only 2 outfield players remained on in Ryan Sessegnon and Rodrigo Muniz. Everybody else went off at half-time. It was important for them that they scored the opening goal of the second half. That made it 3. You know, Espirito Santo is certainly looking for a few more bodies to come in and quality players. Christopher Nkunku from Chelsea would be interesting, but the time of year when everybody gets connected with everybody else. Forest Europa League campaign begins in mid-September. They'll have their reinforcements in by then. Well, there was a chance of a breakaway, but a pull back and Issa Diop for a free kick. As most of the support here is from Nottingham, that's not gone down terribly well. It was real 50-50. Certainly looked as if Diop was pulling back Chris Wood. He went against the Forest frontman, the 8-time New Zealand's Player of the Year. He's their all-time record goal scorer. He's only 3 or 4 caps off the highest tally for the All Whites. That hat-trick against Brighton back in February, the first at the City Ground of the top flight for Forest since 1987 and Nigel Clough. And that was a good team. And this is a good team right now. Whether they've come to terms yet about how close they came to the Champions League. In the spots for so long all season. Cut out by Issa Diop again. Well, that's a bit of a giveaway. Gibbs-White might be in. Sangare moving it up, and it was a good strike. Gibbs-White remained floating around on the edge of the area. Sangare digging it out. He met it well with the right foot, but taking a good effort to beat Leno tonight. That needed a bit more from Gibbs-White. Jonathan Asenga, the 18-year-old left back. Also Seth Region on the bench, 16-year-old midfielder. Might see him in the final couple of minutes. Would be nice if we did. No, it was not properly hit by Asenga at all. It was good work by Iwobi. On the right, Traore in support on the edge of the area, but wanted to come out towards Asenga. He was tempted, he had the strike. Probably too tempted, really. Nico Jesus went early, but too early down the middle. Well, what a run of success he's had. He won the UAE title with Bab Al Ali. He was there for 4 years. Had joined them from Curitiba, returned to Brazilian football with Botafogo just over a year ago. Won the league, won the Libertadores. Most recently involved with them in their run out of the group stage of the Club World Cup. All of the Brazilian sides managed that. All 4. Well covered by Chris Wood, who had come back a long way. He knows how to defend as well. He wasn't always leading that race against Timothy Castagna, but He did his job very, very well. Stanley's done that himself a good few times. Hudson-Odoi out wide. Quick by Ola Aina. Ball played up. Hudson-Odoi again. Might be an opening for Anderson here. Smart ball into the area. Good vision. And again, Chris Wood popping up in the right place and almost getting onto it. And had he done so, Leno was coming. He might have had a chance to flick it past. Lukic getting it out wide. That's a really good combination. Through Reed. Asenga. Harrison Reed again. And he's helped Fulham to promotion twice. He's now entering his sixth season with the club, having joined from Southampton in 2020. He'd been a one-club man up to that. It's strong Lukic on the chase, but Matt Sells standing up firmly, well claimed. Fast passing from Forest, the midfielder. We've not seen a lot of from them in the game, either version of them in the first half of the second. They finished with their stronger side. But they've been left with way too much to do. And Gibbs White right there with too much ground to cover, the Under-17 World Cup and Euro Under-21 winner. He's played a big part in England's under-8 successes the past decade. Promising. Might fall well for Traore and just bounced past them in the end. Straight to Sells, 4 minutes remaining. Hudson-Odoi getting it out wide. Ola Aina again. New deal signed. Try from the angle. And again, Leno is not going to get beaten by that. Aina, quick thinking. Hudson-Odoi, the angle was tight. Surely that was aimed as a cross more than a shot. Leno in ahead of Gibbs White. It's still hot. It's taken a good bit of pace out of the game. You would say the scoreline's probably done that too. Iwobi. Diop in room. He's continuing. It's on the edge of the area. This is Traore. Pereira, smart ball, quickly done by Iwobi. Andreas Pereira again on the left, having scored the third. Can he create a fourth here, maybe? Dangerous one in towards the middle, important one whipped away. Surely done by Milinkovic. Forrest holding out. Anderson ended up in the deck. He's certainly been through the wars tonight. Sometimes dishing it out, other times getting it back. combative game for a man who played more outfield games than anyone else for Forest last season. Only missed 3 in all competitions, same as Matt Sells. Carlos Miguel deputised for him for 3 games. Senga. Andres Pereira are now continuing Senga. 18 years old. You take whatever chance you can get at that age. He's shown himself a lot for the last 20 minutes or so since he came on. 2 added minutes at the end of this in Faro.
2 minutes.
We approach 11 p.m. Kept in well by Wobie. That's a good enterprising crossfield ball for Traore. It was a smart one. It was pretty much to his feet from a long way away, from one wing to the other. The only thing he didn't have was time. The Williams have been in on him quickly. There's Gibbs-White. Support from Jesus. Hudson-Odoi. Here goes Jesus again. Edge of the area, didn't have much time to shoot. It's a good ball laid up, and Anderson in front of goal. Couldn't put it away. Well, it would have been no more than a putting shot for Forest in this. And cruelly, in the last minute of stoppage time, Fulham may have a massive problem here. Quinza. He'd come back to help out, he'd slid in, he got a foot onto it, and he took all the impact there. Stretched and was caught. And that's the last thing here they need. At least he's up. There's still 3 weeks to the opening game of the season. They're away at Brighton or Fulham. Then they're home to Manchester United, away to Chelsea, home to Leeds, home to Brentford, away to Villa. That's a start and a half. Something that he can run off, get a bit of treatment. But Fulham have done the job so effectively tonight, and largely in the first half. There were 3 up by the hour mark. Harry Wilson scoring 2 lovely goals by the 20-minute mark within 4 minutes of each other. And then when the teams had changed at half-time, Andreas Pereira finishing off a very good team move to make it 3. That was on 57 minutes. Chris Wood got one back with 15 minutes to go. Good start to the summer programme for Fulham. It ends in Faro. Nottingham Forest 1, Fulham 3.
Welcome to the premiere panel. Oh, that is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
Extraordinary sport.
Gotta hold that nerve.
Wow. Madness going out of the court. Ciao, ciao.
Incredible.
And they've started.
Oh, he's met it. Oh, I mean, he was downtown Washington there.
Oh, yes! Incredible strike.
That's a big win.
Sealed in style.
How has he won that?
Look what it means.
As the sunlight fades, what has been a beautiful day at Palm Beach Gardens, it will be night 2 of the TGL playoffs. Ludwig Oberg hopes to power the Bay to a finals berth, along with this formidable team, which includes Minwoo Lee in the near and Shane Lowry in the far. And then the Atlanta team stands in their way, and they are powered by Billy Ho, Patrick Cantlay. This Atlanta Drive team, of course, that's the guy with his foot on the gas. That's JT. Both teams looking to advance to face the New York Golf Club, who won a 6-4 melee last.